In the book of Luke, 6th chapter, 38th verse, it speaks to the fact that God gives me a certain set of talents, skills, and abilities. How I use those are gifts that I give back to Him. And whatever I give back to people, back to Him, those are the blessings of life, and that's what drives me.
Dr. Williams is the kind of man who, he's so outgoing, but he really is an introvert. But because he loves humanity so much, he makes that extra effort to be available to people. And that's something he taught me at a young age. He says, look, if you're in this business, if you're in the business of trying to help community, then you must love people.
When you meet Ed, you're going to find a guy with very high integrity and honesty and compassion. And he's a true gentleman in every sense of the word. And it's someone that I looked up to now for many years since meeting Ed. And I'm fortunate to have him as a friend and as a role model in my life.
I've never not known Ed. I mean, he's been in my life since I was in the cradle. But even as a young child, I sensed that he was an influencer. And there were qualities that we all noticed in him, even as children, that we wanted to emulate. And he was someone that I looked up to, and I knew he was someone that others looked up to as well.
Ed doesn't do anything that he doesn't believe in. And he is very generous with his time, with his friends, with his family, with the organizations that he serves. He's just a pillar in all those different sectors.
I think you're born with the love of service. For me, it comes very naturally. I walk into a situation always looking for how I can make it better. I've always tried to deliver and give my very best and make people better than when I found them.
Ed's impact across Northwest Indiana is wide, and at the end of the day, the line that I've heard him say many times, doing the right thing does matter. He definitely believes in that message and sells that to everyone that comes into his life.
He doesn't really see the impact he makes on people's lives. To this day, he can talk, and I'm still moved by what he says. He can motivate me like nobody else can, and also challenge me when I need to be challenged, right? And that's, to me, a sign not only of a mentor, a coach, but a friend.
When he delivers a message, people trust him. And that's a wonderful attribute that is earned over many years of working with people in friendships. And I'm proud to call him a friend.
His example of service and of love will live on. The way he has championed and challenged respectfully and brought people together, I think, is his lasting legacy. And we're all the better because of him and because of that service.
This is a man who has given so much of himself, and this is a man who could easily be retired and fishing on a daily basis, but he continues to work, to serve. Like St. Joseph, very quietly behind the scenes. He doesn't look for the titles or the glory, or doesn't want to be the guy up on stage. But that's the reason why when I heard that he was being recognized for that, I was thrilled for him, and I thought, well-deserved.
Numerous times during my course of the week or month or a year, I sit there and I think about him and how he would look at a situation and analyze to make a decision. And at the end of the day, I love Ed, and he's such a great man. And I've been fortunate enough to know a lot of great leaders here in Northwest Indiana, and he's one of the best. And my life has been impacted positively because I know him.
The highest compliment you can ever be paid is when colleagues recognize and want to applaud you for a life of service. And I don't take that lightly.
He's really limitless when it comes to making room for people, particularly young people. So education is, I would say, one of his top values, and he lives it. It's not something he has to think about. It's organic with him.
People often come to me and ask me, why Calumet College? I think I've served on the board 34 years, and I saw staff and professors who were just genuine, who wanted to make life much better for the young people that we serve. And when I look at the young people of today, they see a better tomorrow. They're energetic, they're positive, they're enthusiastic, they're determined to make the world a much better place. And right now, I see that Dr. Amy has us positioned to be one of the leading educational institutions in our area and in our state.
This is an institution that year in and year out makes an impact on young people who are going to be the future leaders. And these are the individuals who commit themselves on a daily basis to truly change their environment. They're not trying to be something that they're not. They're a private Catholic college that truly makes a difference on a daily basis.
The thing that sets Calumet College apart is the people. I think it's a place that not just students, but also staff, also faculty, have an opportunity to really operationalize their own values.
A college education at Calumet College carries so many merits, so much impact within the community, and people have choices where they can put their financial resources. But I can assure you, whatever the amount is that's given to Cal College, you can rest assured that it goes to improve the lives of very special people, deserving people that need a chance. And Calumet College is just the place to be, and it's the place where you belong.